G'day, Mounted Gamers. Welcome back. Got an interesting and difficult-ish conversation to have with you all. It's just regarding the CS market. If you watched my previous video, which I highly recommend, I'll call that one. I think I called that one the August update. We'll see. I mentioned something at the end that's started to rear its head as an issue that I think should be addressed. Something that I've had a couple of conversations about, and is just makes life quite quite a bit more difficult than what is currently being seen, especially in this bull run where there's lots of buying going on. Currently, the CS market using third-party sites, highly recommend using some safe third-party sites. My big two, Skinport and CS Float. As an Australian, I won't buy from Skinport. The extra 10% on everything, can't do it. Like there's nothing that's justifiable to me to be able to purchase on that platform, and that's okay. That's all right. Still love Skinport anyway. They're a fantastically safe site that everyone should be using, especially for selling. They do fantastic there. And the other site that I use, CS Float, again, fantastic site, 2% fee. They've got a few different other options there. They're also wonderful. And also interactive with the community. They look at feedback. They're fantastic. Something has popped up since the trade restriction that I haven't seen a video on yet. I haven't seen anyone make a video on this yet, so I kind of want to go out there now and be the first, so that hopefully people can reference what's going on at the moment. There's an issue with liquidity for investable items in CS that more people need to take note of. I think it's much more than they realize than is currently being discussed. It does affect a small portion of the investing population. I understand that. The conversations have just ended with get good from both sides, and without wanting to address it. So there is a way around it, but like when we're looking to try and maximize our returns, we really don't want to be doing that. It'll just eat into the profits made. So one of the things, Skinport, each account, so each of these sites, you can only link one account. That's perfectly fine for safety reasons and for identification issues, perfectly reasonable. That's fine. The problem that is currently there is you can't liquidate items fast enough for cash using Skinport CS Float when you're using high volume items like cases, even some stickers. We're starting to run. I'm starting to run into problems with Float. A few others have been running into problems. So I just want to talk about that. Skinport, you can only list 50 of the same case at a time, or it's considered overstock. And has made a comment about this. He says he has directly said to me, sell them on a P2P site. That's his response. So even if I don't know if they're currently exploring the option to do a marketplace.tf, and we can pay for more storage to be more selling listings, that would be fantastic. But it's not something that's currently in the pipeline as far as I'm aware. But he's just recommending to go to peer-to-peer. Now in comes CS Float. They used to be, there was a 3,000 item limit for verification. It's still a 3,000 item limit verification, but now it's across an entire week. So instead of 24 hours, it's now a week. That makes life so much. It makes it seven to eight times harder to liquidate what you used to be able to with how the verification works. Whether they increase it, even just double it to 6,000, whether they up it to 10, uh, up it um, based on what I don't know. I'd love to see a solution for this, but there's an it's growing more and more to be a pain. They won't notify you until you try and accept more trades or do whatever that you've hit your 3,000 limit. Um, it's I find it to be quite a pain. If you can't sell 3,000 a week, I know it sounds insane. 3,000 cases a week? Wow. If you have 100,000 cases that you're trying to sell, so you have just one account full of cases, or you have a few alts that you've bought cases on before and you're trying to move them, move them across. So you can do 12,000 cases a month. It's going to take you nearly a year of you being the only seller on CS Float to sell that kind of a position through them. Skinport, forget about it. You're not going to be able to. You're not going to be able to sell it any significant amount of cases through Skinport. Sorry, and you're not going to be able to. CS Float, even up to your middle tier investors who've got decent five figures in it, if you're selling just cases or stickers or capsules, you're going to hit this limit and it's going to be a pain in the backside. The workaround for that is going to be the Steam market. Is not going to be. It is the Steam community market. I've already been doing this myself. It definitely saves a lot of time selling items on Steam market before they get too expensive. Taking that cash, placing a buy order for some knives or for anything that's just more expensive so that you can move larger chunks of money around, transferring them to your main account to then to then sell. It sounds insane, but it takes weeks to then be able to sell a couple of items, but it's better than it taking months when you've got significant numbers of items. Um, with storage units, you can have 100 storage units per account. To fill up a storage unit doesn't take a lot of effort nowadays. It's very, very easy, especially with our beautiful friends at Skin Ledger. It takes you no time at all. You can have a rule that's set when you buy Prisma cases that it automatically fills up storage units for you as they hit your inventory. Beautiful. Premium feature. Absolutely fantastic. Love it. Makes buying so easy. The selling is where people are running into issues. People are wanting to buy, but you just can't sell fast enough using any of the third party sites. Fixes for this, I would love Skinport. It does hurt to say, but let us pay you $5 for an extra 500 spots on your platform. Let us pay you to be able to sell more items, not use you as a listing base, but let us provide. Let's work with each other here. CS Float, I think 3,000 is just too low, personally, for across a week. I know it. I understand it impacts a small number of users. Step, I do. If you're watching this, I promise. I know and I understand that, but I feel like this is becoming more and more of a chicken and egg situation. What's come first? People trying to sell lots of items, or people hitting the item cap regularly? People are learning about this cap, and people are going, "Oh, where else can I sell? I have, if I have tens to hundreds of thousands of items, what can I do about it? Where can I sell?" And it's now becoming sell on Steam Market, buy an item that's $2,000, transfer it to main, sell that $2,000 item, sell those chunks. Yeah, end result for the market will be interesting. Still lots of high volume on Steam Community Market. People are going to try and cash out using buff. If they can finagle their way into access using a few cheeky techniques. Same for Upin. Sorry, guys, camera overheated. Yeah, would really love to see some solutions to be able to provide a little bit of extra space. People are running into this issue, and it's only going to happen more over time as more people grow their inventories. Would love to see some solutions that are easy to use uh, and safe. Want it to be safe for people. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Much love. I'll see you in the next one. I've got to get this one up, hey?